Over 20 million people visited the world's most popular theme park, Magic Kingdom, at Walt Disney World in Florida in 2017. Disney parks including Disneyland Anaheim, Tokyo, Paris, and Hong Kong attract more than 150 million visitors per year, more than any other. But what if I say there's one more popular than any of that? Will it be more of a shock or a surprise? Let's keep that to ourselves and drum rolls for IKEA.
अरे कहना क्या चाहते हो?
IKEA with 460 million customers. Allow me to explain. We in the industry are well aware that there are numerous definitions of theme park. The academic definition, and when you're really diving deep into the literature, you turn to the experts, the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions, who define theme park as an amusement park that has themed attractions, be it food, costumes, entertainment, retail stores, and rides. IKEA shopping is a full day event. You hop in the family van, drive outside your town, drop your kids off in the play area, max out your credit cards, and then finish with some meatballs. IKEA is as well known and loved as Disney, Six Flags, and Universal Studios. The only minor issue is that IKEA only has one ride, the unidirectional pathway that leads you through the store into the warehouse and into the restaurant. The ride could be dubbed capitalism, and Sweden is the park's theme. I hope it's not confusing. Theme park and park's theme. IKEA is not, strictly speaking, Swedish, despite its colors, names, and advertised philosophy, or technically any company. What are the secrets to IKEA's massive global success? Let's find out. Before we answer this awaited question, this video is sponsored by the book Love, Empathy and Project Management, which teaches management through storytelling, real life scenarios and visual representations. The link is in the description. Now, Ingvar Kamprad founded IKEA in 1943 as a traveling salesman, selling staples such as matches, pencils, and watches. He started selling furniture 7 years later. Seeing the logistical challenges of shipping large items from afar, Ingvar decided to flat pack the furniture, which also reduced the possibility of damage during transport. The company created a catalog that customers could browse and order from a distance. In the same small town, the first showroom was built in 1953, followed by the first of the company's iconic giant warehouses in 1965. Since then, the business model has remained broadly consistent. Instead of competing with department stores in city centers, IKEA has always preferred large multi-story stores. They are generally built away from the bustle, with only a few exceptions like one in Hong Kong. With this much cheaper real estate, the company can construct similarly massive attached parking lots. A typical store is around 35,000 square meters with over 8,000 unique items. The inside experience is unlike any other. A one-way path leads customers through the store, beginning in the showroom and ending in the warehouse, where previously selected items can be picked off the shelves and paid for at the register. Most stores are designed to maximize the amount of time you spend inside, with staples like bread, milk, and bananas strategically placed. IKEA takes this approach to its logical conclusion. The company has total control over the shopping experience and kind of forces you to look through all of its departments by arranging its store like a transit line. The bedroom and kitchen are usually located near the beginning of the journey and are the most profitable. The restaurant and children's play area not only keep customers inside longer, but they also communicate low prices and value, which spreads throughout the brand. The average visit to many of its stores lasts an hour and a half, And according to one estimate, 60% of items purchased at IKEA are unplanned. In other words, influenced by the store's psychology. Its self-proclaimed mission is to, quote, democratize furniture. Regardless of its true motivation, despite its widespread popularity, IKEA has remained reasonably priced. When adjusted for inflation, the price of its most popular chair, for example, has dropped dramatically over time. According to reports, the company establishes a target price for a product before sending it to its small team of around 20 designers who work within those constraints. Finally, the warehouse design eliminates the need for a large staff, lowering operating costs significantly. This low-cost image is so essential that before his death in 2018, the founder and CEO stated that he only flew economy, never stayed in luxury hotels, and took public transportation in order to stay true to the company's values. But perhaps more than its psychology, warehouse design, or low prices, IKEA's impenetrable brand is crucial. It emphasized its Swedishness as it expanded internationally, first in Switzerland in 1973, then throughout the Europe over the next few decades. And from 2000 to 2009, the company opened 150 stores than in the previous 50 years, with many of them in North America and Asia. IKEA is now the world's largest furniture retailer and the world's largest consumer of wood. Jumping onto some numbers, with over 200,000 employees and 433 stores, its strategy has been to enter a variety of markets, each with a small number of stores in the best locations. Despite having only 50 stores, the United States is its second largest market by the number of stores, and 17 countries or territories have none. The success of this strategy demonstrates IKEA's global brand. While many companies enter a new market by localizing their message and product, IKEA has done the opposite. It has succeeded by embracing its Swedish roots. The IKEA brand is so well known and loved around the world that it can open a single store in a country and be instantly recognized and loved. IKEA is unmistakably Swedish. From its furniture's minimal, functional design to its famously difficult to pronounce names. From a distance, its bright blue and yellow stores proclaim its heritage. Aside from its visual design, IKEA also exports Scandinavian products. Employees at all levels are encouraged to address one another by their first names rather than their titles. Corporate executives are asked to participate in anti-bureaucratic weeks during which they work on the store floors to learn about daily operations and empathize with their co-workers. This association with its home country is beneficial not only to the company but also to Sweden, which has encouraged and significantly benefited from IKEA's positive reputation. Swedish embassies, for example, actively participate in new store openings and have even financially sponsored them. A shocking and ironic fact. What if I tell you, despite all this, IKEA is technically more Dutch than Swedish? The company is actually owned by a Dutch holding company and its profits end up in a tax-exempt non-profit foundation, also Dutch, which channels the money through another foundation.
Meanwhile,
Its intellectual property is owned by a holding company called IKEA, this time registered in Luxembourg, which is owned by a company of the same name in the Netherlands Antilles, which is owned by a trusted company. That's a significantly simplified explanation. With all of this legal jargon, IKEA is the world's third largest charity, only 30% smaller than the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. IKEA's complicated legal structure is not unique, but registering as a charitable foundation goes above and beyond the norms of most global corporations. It claims all this is done to protect the company's control from outside parties, including the founder's own family. However, critics argue that the control is only a secondary benefit after tax avoidance. Despite this, it has one of the most influential and resilient brands in history. IKEA has come to represent a unique brand of friendly capitalism. After all, who could dislike a theme park despite its size and controversy? And this is it for today. So, we will meet again in the following video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Till then, bye-bye.